of the Magic, the Amway Center in beautiful Orlando, Florida. We welcome you this Thursday evening as we get set for some exciting NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Magic again playing host, continuing their homestand in this one. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Kobe Bryant and Metta World Peace on the wings. Roy Hibbert is out there with West. And it's Russell in at the point.
Well, it was a defensive issue for the Magic. They had trouble stopping opponents last season, guys. I mean, didn't really challenge anything at their own rim. And that's really what made it tough for them.
Here's Bryant. And he misses the fast break layup. The Orlando Magic coming to this one after the win against Dallas. That one goes. Count.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Dishes to Hibbert. And stolen by Butler. And now Oladipo pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it's Vucevic missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Outside Bryant. There's the three. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Bryant's got 5 now.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Here's Vucevic. And the foul goes on Roy Hibbert. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
I don't like that decision there on the entry pass. Not with the defender right there ready to pick it off.
West against Hill. West inside. Shot is off. Hill with some nice D. Magic have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Conley with it. He's picked up by Russell. And it's Conley penetrating. And Hibbert with the block.
Certainly not the dream start they were hoping for, going 1 for 4 early.
From past the arc. And Kobe the bucket with the assist by Russell. 8 points for Kobe Bryant. Oladipo outside. The feed now to Hill. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Well, for Jordan Hill, something wonderful happened to him last season. The breakthrough he'd been waiting for on his 6th year.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it had to do, and I think correlated with him getting a chance to start games, and it blew up for him from there. Posted career-high averages across the board.
There's the bucket. Good.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Los Angeles leading 5-5.
And getting back to Jordan Hill, everyone had been waiting for this. I mean, greater activity, more aggressiveness, and he puts up career highs in points, rebounds, and assists.
The Magic have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. And it's Conley penetrating. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Hits it from 3-point range. Oladipo's got himself on the board with 3 there.
On the topic of Jordan Hill, hey, there aren't many guys like him with his size who can move that well. He's entering the prime of his career right now. Will he continue to ascend, or will he be content with where he's at? Time will tell.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
So he gets them both. Well, Greg, getting back to West, even though his scoring was down, his playmaking was up. You were talking about that. Clark, 3.5 assists a game last season, by far the highest number of his career.
Yeah, one of the very best pros I've ever been around. He's very smart. He's tough. He's all about team. And, you know, he makes things happen. Impacts winning in a lot of ways, and those assist totals indicate that. You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
Now here's Bryant. 8 points for him. Just 5 on the clock. West gets the bucket. Here's Conley. Butler on the wing. Oladipo outside. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
To the inside. Here's West. The shot, no good. And Orlando will come the other way. Butler kicks to Vucevic. To the paint. It's stolen by West. And here's the fast break. Bryant leading the way. The dish to West. The tray. And World Peace gets it to go on the assist from David West. World Peace has got 5.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Stolen by World Peace. Hill against Russell. There's the pass to Blatch. Left side, West. And the call will go against Caron Butler. That's his first foul. Orlando making some changes. Thompson comes in for Nikola Vucevic. And Spates subbed in for Hill. Here's Blatch. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. 6 to shoot. Kobe dishes to Russell. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And it's Butler missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
West outside. Inside. Here's Blatch. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Orlando. Shabazz Muhammad comes in for Butler. And the Lakers also making a switch. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Russell. Now here's Conley. Boy, was he something else against Dallas. They double him with West. Spates. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
The Lakers weren't very good at all last season, Clark, and they just didn't have any teeth in their road games.
Well, you know, they shot threes on the road well, Kevin. Top percentage in the league, as a matter of fact. Still, they just couldn't hold on to leads.
To the middle. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And the Lakers would end with a road record of 9-32. That is a franchise worst for them and sums up the year they had away from Staples.
Gary Neal's checked in for Oladipo.
You know, looking at the Lakers, a big thing for them as we get back to their road woes is they didn't win a single game on the road in their division. In a word, That's terrible.
Now here's Bryant. He's got 8. Here's Bletch. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And Scott Skiles has been around the league as a coach for a while now, coming home to where he played most of his career here in Orlando. And at times, he can be a demanding coach.
And Orlando making a change here. Harris is checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Mirotic is checked in for West. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Meta World Peace. And Greg, you're right. Skiles is what, we'd call a no-nonsense coach. Makes perfect sense when you think about the team that now Clarkie's going to go coach in Orlando.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was great at developing players, and that's exactly why the Orlando Magic hired him. Plays with an edge, but he develops players quite nicely, too.
Holds him accountable, doesn't he?
Yep, well said.
Prigioni for 3. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. The Magic have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Harris passes to Muhammad. Feeds it to Spates. The jump hook. Gets some room on the way in, and the bucket's good. Spates has got his second basket. Mirotic the screen. Bryant with it. 8 points for him. Prigioni kicks to Mirotic. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And stolen by Harris. To the right side. Muhammad with it. Working on Bryant.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
To the wing right side. And there's Mirotic on the assist by Crawford.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. Coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right? They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Mirotic's shot is off.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Doubled by Crawford. Here's Neal. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
The Amway Center here in Orlando didn't see a lot of wins last season. Magic really struggled at times. Surprisingly, Greg, in this building.
Yeah, a young team still haven't yet established their identity. Only 13 wins at home. And really that inability to defend that home court is why they fell out of the playoff hunt early.
Now here's Crawford. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Clock at 4. On the wing, Bryant. Puts one up from 19. Not happening that time. His second miss in 5 shots. Spates sets a screen. 26 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Kept alive.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Here's Harris. Ring shot on the way. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
It's been a point of emphasis, no doubt, to make sure they attack the rim offensively.
I love the fact they're not settling for outside shots. Keep attacking that rack.
Magic leading by 3. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Crawford. Mirotic is out there with world peace. Then it's Roy Hibbert. And it's Prigioni in at the point. Now here's Hibbert. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. He kicks to Mirotic. Crawford outside. Connects on the 17-footer. Crawford's got his first 2 points.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Over to the wing. Harris with it. Now guarded by Mirotic. Spades dishes to Harris. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Lakers trail by 3. Crawford kicks to Mirotic. He feeds it to Prigioni. That misses, and a chance to tie it there.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Harris passes to Urepko. And Mirotic sends it back. And here we go. Here's Crawford. Finished off the break. Crawford's got 4 points this quarter.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Speights kicks to Urepko. And the shot is good. And the Magic lead by 3. LA has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight.
And Maurice Speights last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
Pass to Dedmon. He dishes it to Urepko. Off target with his 3. And there's a foul. It's on Maurice Speights. That's his first foul. Lakers trail by 3. Greg, you were just talking about Mo Speights. Clark, he has a great mid-range jump shot.
He does, and they actually call him Mo Bucket. But he actually played so well last season, they even threw in Mo VP from time to time.
Russell, he's checked in for the Lakers. Three minutes of action so far in the second quarter. It's deflected. Out of bounds, Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession. Here's Urepko. Pass to Speights. Down low. Just 5 to shoot. Now, here is Russell. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Five on the clock. Kicks it to Mirotic. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. Continued to improve. Effective in the playoffs. Really a joy to watch in his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
And whether or not he was going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year. It ended up being Mirotic. Most years, he could have walked away with that award.
And Orlando making a change here. Muhammad's checked in. And so Mirotic nails both of them.
For Mirotic, he was most valuable late in games, guys. From March on, he led the league in fourth quarter points per game.
Muhammad dishes to Harris. Once again off the mark, Orlando. The Lakers trail. World peace, the pass to Crawford. Mirotic, a screen on Harris. Crawford kicks to Mirotic. They now take the lead. Mirotic has got 4 this quarter.
And for that note about Mirotic, in the fourth, he outscored LeBron and Westbrook that month. That's impressive for any player, much less a rookie.
Now here's Spates. Out to the right wing. And Muhammad kicks to Spates. Shoots from 12. Dedmon dishes to Spates. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Buries it from three-point range. Harris has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Russell passes to Blatch. Outside, world peace. Mirotic, the screen. And world peace kicks to Crawford. There's the pick. Russell with a wide open look. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
And here's Neal outside. And it's blocked by Mirotic.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Los Angeles.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Hill, he's checked in for Spates. Butler comes in for Shabazz Muhammad. Oladipo, he's checked in for Gary Neal. And it's Mike Conley in for Devin Harris. Conley kicks to Kobe. Pulls up. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Vucevic checked in for Orlando. Outside Conley. Vucevic setting the pick for Conley. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Here's Kobe. Michael Conley making his last shot. The 10-footer. Vucevic with the rebound. Magic leading by 3. Outside Conley. Passes it to Oladipo. To the inside. Here's Vucevic. Drills the elbow jumper. Vucevic has got the lead up to 5 now for the Magic.
And no doubt the Lakers had some defensive issues last season. I mean, no true center on that roster. And at times, they were just feasted upon on the inside.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Lakers did have problems defending inside, Greg. You're right, both on drives, Clark, and on post-ups.
Yeah, you know, they were second to last in the league in field goal percentage at their own rim. And rim protection is more than just blocking shots. So they got a lot of blocks as a team, but anything they didn't block went in.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Hibbert's checked in. Lakers trail by 5. Outside, Russell. Hibbert with the screen. Russell dishes to Dunleavy. And it's Bryant at the elbow. And it falls over the rim and in. Bryant's got 10.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Pick by Vucevic. Magic moving the ball around. Butler. Can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. If he gets another, it probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half.
Now here's Bryant. 10 points for him. Fade away. And the Lakers tack on 2 more. Here is Conley. They lead by 1. This is to Vucevic. Vucevic gets double teamed. That's good. Vucevic has got 4 points this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Bryant with it. Butler covering to the wing right side. Dunleavy's shot is off.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Picked by Vucevic. That one a little long. Last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Pelicans in New Orleans. From 12 feet out. Nice D from Oladipo. And now the fast break. Hill with the ball. And Conley gets it to go. The assist by Oladipo. 6 points for Mike Conley.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Mirotic. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
And stolen by Russell. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Well, just take a look at what Kobe's done tonight. 12-point, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point lane.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Clark, another milestone for Kobe Bryant last season. He reached 30,000 points and 6,000 assists, and no one else has ever done that.
Well, it's rare that you see scores of that volume reach an assist total that high, but I think it speaks to Kobe's passing ability, which is undervalued and overshadowed at times.
Vucevic setting the pick for Conley. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Conley's got 8.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10. coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Hibbert, the pass to Dunleavy. And it's sent back by Hill. Here's Conley. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Now it's a 5-point Magic lead.
Almost automatic when he can get the basketball that close to the basket.
Well, defense has to be played earlier in that situation. You've got to fight to not allow him to get that position in the first place.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Nikola Mirotic, drafted as a late first-rounder, Clark, back in 2011. The Spanish star finally made his rookie debut in the NBA last season, and it was worth the wait.
It sure was, Kevin. I mean, once he started to get consistent PT, I mean, he was remarkable. Can run like the wind for a big guy, not that strong, but more aggressive than you'd think.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And back to Mirotic last season. Per 36 minutes, he averaged 18 points, 9 rebounds. He was also a tremendous foul shooter for a rookie big and made the all-rookie first team, was second in Rookie of the Year voting. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Orlando making some changes. Spates checked in for Hill. And Caron Butler subbed in for Oladipo. And then for Los Angeles, West comes in for Roy Hibbert. And it's Crawford in for Mike Dunleavy.
And, you know, for Mirotic, his value extends to the defensive end as well. He did a surprisingly good job of racking up blocks and steals last season. You have to believe that if he improves his power and consistency, an all-star nod isn't so far off. Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
Vucevic setting the pick for Muhammad. And he goes right over to D'Angelo Russell and slams it down.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
And again, Kobe Bryant. Kobe's got 18 points in the game.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
The feed now to Muhammad. Takes a three. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists in the game. Lakers trail by 4. Russell kicks to Bryant. Got it off in time. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Magic lead by 4. We've got more in store for you right after this. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Ahmed is out there with Maurice Spates. And it's Vucevic, and it's Caron Butler, and it's Conley in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for Orlando. Crawford, no one around him. No good with the triple. Outside Butler. Now the dish to Spates. To the right side. Conley kicks to Butler. Shot clock at 6. For three. Conley's shot is off.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Now here's Butler after the miss from Crawford. Spates kicks to Conley. Now the pass to Vucevic. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Now here's Muhammad. He has 5. Conley dishes to Vucevic. Big step last year for Vucevic's offense, Clark. Unstoppable at times, both on the blocks and facing up.
Vucevic is a real outstanding future all-star front quarter. Rebounds at a high rate in traffic and out of his area. Finishes, faces up. This kid has a lot of upside. I really like his game.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That'll be his second foul of the game. 90 seconds now into the second half. Crawford against Butler. Feeds to Dunley. Shot clock at 5. West again. Space. No one.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Pass to Vucevic. Outside Butler. Good ball movement here by the Magic. And Vucevic kicks to Butler. The Magic again can't hit. Lakers trailed by 5. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Crawford kicks to Hibbert. To the middle. Here's Russell. And it's blocked by Conley.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
He kicks it to Muhammad. Back to Conley. Soft touch off the glass. Conley's got 12 in the game.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
And the Lakers call time here.
And guys, one thing you sometimes gets lost. I mean, Mike Conley is a proven winner. Remember, you go back in high school, won 3 state titles, and the one season at Ohio State led them to the national title game. So that aspect of what he brings, the intangibles, you're going to be a winner if Mike Conley's on your roster.
For the Magic. Hill comes in for Maurice Spates. And it's Oladipo in for Caron Butler. Meta World Peace, he's checked in for the Lakers. Pablo Prigioni comes in for Russell. And for Mike Conley, growing up, he played on some tremendously talented teams. Guys like Greg Oden, Josh McRoberts, his teammates.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he never had to really look for his own offense to win games with those kind of players around him. He came into the league more focused on setting up his teammates, and that's what he does well.
Here's Conley following the score by Jamal Crawford. And Oladipo kicks to Vucevic. He feeds it to Muhammad. And he banks in the layup. Muhammad's got the lead up to 7 now for the Magic.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks your coach drew up.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
Now here's West. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Unloads from 13. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backcourt has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving college.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
And Victor Oladipo, after a solid rookie campaign, really took it up a notch last season, even after missing Clark the first 9 games with that facial fracture.
I love this kid's gravitas. I mean, he's got a presence about him. His percentages improved across the board, field goal, three-point, free throws. But I like his work ethic and his confidence.
Timeout called the Lakers.
In talking about Victor Oladipo's improvement, a lot of it has to do with his work ethic. Also his pregame film studies, something his college coach absolutely raved about. And all of that showed up for him big time last season.
And the Lakers with some changes. Mirotic is checked in for West. Kobe comes in for Meta World Peace. And it's Russell in for Pablo Prigioni. Lakers trail by 12.
And you know, back to Oladipo, we always talk about 5-star phenoms coming out of high school. He was just a 3-star guy. He's had to work for everything he's gotten, and I think that served him well. He's got a hunger and drive that you can't manufacture.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Hibbert with the screen. Russell passes to Kobe. He dishes it to Mirotic. Hibbert with the screen for Mirotic. On the clock, it's Hibbert with the drive. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Outside Conley. Muhammad dishes to Vucevic. The kick out to Oladipo. Rebounded by the Lakers.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face. And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And Muhammad kicks to Conley. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And as good as Vucevic is on offense, guys, he's doing everything he can to catch up on his defense. Huge size and wingspan works to his advantage, although the subpar athleticism hinders him a bit. But, for example, he's averaged less than 1 block per game for his career, mostly because even though he's a 7-footer, he plays well below the rim.
Now here's Crawford. 6 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. And Mirotic kicks to Bryant. Here's Hibbert. Los Angeles with another miss.
Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
Well, they need a basket in the worst possible way, and they've got to stop this run, and the only way you do that, you got to score yourself.
Muhammad, the pass to Hill. And here's Conley outside.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face. And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Here's Vucevic, following the score by Jamal Crawford. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Now, here is Russell. He's guarded closely. Drops in the layup for two. Russell's got his third basket of the night.
That's an impressive spin move there, Kevin. I wasn't expecting him to show handles like that.
And here is Muhammad. 9 points in the game so far. Oladipo dishes to Conley. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
To the inside. Crawford. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Good.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Bryant up top. Muhammad covering. Off on the layup.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Now, here's Vucevic. He's got 7.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Mirotic against Hill. Puts up the baby hook. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Well, the Magic knew that last season would be one, Greg, for development. A young team like they had needs to grow before they can really compete.
And you touched upon it, Kevin. They really were a young team last season. 3rd youngest team in the league by the end of the year. How about an average age of just over 24 years old?
Spates checked in for Orlando. And so Mirotic nails both of them.
And you talk about that low age number for the Magic. You mentioned it a moment ago, and they had several rookies last season. That's why they were so young. It was as good a year as any to get their feet wet and see what those young guys could do.
Vucevic gets double-teamed. Conley with a wide-open look. Offline with his 3. Ball going up court. And Mirotic kicks to Crawford. Lakers working the ball around now. Russell passes to Hibbert. And that one's good.
And the Magic, while their youth did grow over the course of the season, they still struggle. And they do need a veteran presence to kind of ensure that they don't start developing that culture of losing in the franchise.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Big part of the problem for the Lakers last year was consistency. Clark, with all their injuries, they had to shuffle the lineup, it seemed, every game.
Well, you know what happened with all that shuffling was they got to see a lot of different players and evaluate them for the future. I think it helped in regards to what they're going to do this offseason.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Vucevic. Butler comes in for Muhammad. Gary Neal's checked in for Oladipo. And Harris subbed in for Mike Conley. The Lakers also with a sub. World Peace is checked in. Now here is Harris. He averages about 5 points a game. They set the pick. Butler kicks to Neal. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Neal's got 5 now.
And for the Lakers, obviously the big get for them was landing the number 2 overall pick in the draft. Getting a quality big to add to a roster with Kobe is huge. It made them a player, again, I believe, in free agency.
Jacks up a three. Lakers trail by 15. Here's world peace. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. He has 7.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
The Magic again can't hit.
And, you know, when it comes to the Lakers, they're always going to be players in free agency if they have money. It's still a marquee franchise in the NBA, one of the top 2 or 3, no doubt. When you have high draft picks and money to spend, people want to play for you, and not to mention California is an attractive destination.
Harris dishes to Neal. Three-pointer, Butler.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Here's Crawford. Neal pulls it in.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Lakers trail by 15. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Mirotic passes to Russell. Plenty of space. Jump shot is good. Russell's got 4 points in the quarter. 6 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Butler. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Magic out in front. They lead by 13. $2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Lakers trail by 13. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Kobe Bryant and Meta World Peace on the wings. West is out there at watch. And it's Prigioni in at the point guard. Now here's West. Pass to Bryant. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Kobe's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Lakers. Oladipo goes in.
Boy, he's just tangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
Down low. And powered down the champ.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Lakers foul.
And it's Pablo Prigioni with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Harris kicks to Oladipo. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but through contact, he'll head to the line. It's going to be on David West.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Oladipo. He's got 10 points and 7 assists. He's hitting field goals, three-pointers, using all that range he's got in his arsenal.
And Clark, you know, that just wears defenders down because they have to follow him all over the floor.
The three, no good. So Orlando will take it the other way.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Timeout called the Lakers. And for Caron Butler, came into the league as a hard-nosed defender, good rebounder for a small forward. But it seems like as he matured, Greg, he became more of a three-point marksman.
Great point. And, you know, early in his career, the difficulty with the outside shot, his game was more about toughness. But like most smart veterans, he extended his range so he could live to play a little longer, which he certainly has.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Thompson, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedman. Urebko comes in for Maurice Spates. Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Butler. And Gary Neal subbed in for Victor Oladipo. Watch with it. He's covered by Thompson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
First personal foul.
One problem the Magic faced last season was depth. They really weren't a deep team, and it hurt them along the way.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, they had the second fewest bench points in the league, and that number was really low because they didn't use the bench that often. And the starters did a lot of the heavy lifting.
And for the Magic, they would try and address the bench for this season, both through the draft and free agency.
Here's Urebko. Harris. The wing jumper off target. Here's Prigioni, guarded by Harris. Latch the pass to World Peace. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot clock at 6. Outside, Kobe. No good off the back of the rim.
And guys, the Magic didn't luck out and jump into the top 3 in the draft. Still ended up with a high pick, and that'll help add another nice piece to their puzzle. They've accumulated a lot of good pieces, but now they need to start making it work.
Right wing. Here's Urebko. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Magic lead by 18.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here is World Peace. To the inside. And Bryant the bucket on the assist by World Peace. And it's now 22 points for Kobe Bryant. Here's Neal. And Thompson kicks to Harris. Harris missing again.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And now here comes Neal leading the break. Good. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for Orlando.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
But also, they put the offense on its heel. Look at the number of steals they've been able to get. And that's something they also can take great pride in.
And it's Pablo Prigioni with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And guys, more and more, you know, we're seeing the league try to protect the health of the players. I mean, you see the evidence on the court. Over the last 5 years, the league has cut down the number of cameramen along the baseline in half, giving these great athletes a little more runway to land safely.
Lakers trail by 18. Passes to Blatch. West outside. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Neal, defended by Bryant. Harris kicks to Thompson. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Lakers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Outside world peace. Launches a 3.
Los Angeles foul call.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Orlando leading by 18. Now Conley releases from 15. Off the left rim and out.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Now here is Conley, following the miss by Kobe Bryant. But they recover it. The kick outside to Butler. Back to Vucevic. Over West. And it's Vucevic missing. Lakers trailed by 18. And he converts the layup.
Kobe Bryant.
And it's now 26 points for Kobe Bryant.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Oladipo outside. 9 feet out. Vucevic with the bucket. And the Magic lead by 18.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
There's the pass to Blatch. Kicks it to Prigioni. They set the pick. West dishes to Bryant. Buries the long-range jumper. Bryant's got 11 points in the quarter.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now. Looking at the numbers for Vucevic, he has 11 points, and he's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
And those free throws add up, guys. That is extra offense.
So he gets them both.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old-school coach who goes with his own perception.
Now here's West. And again, it's the Lakers.
Picture perfect with the turnaround. There's no stopping that shot.
Butler on the wing. Dishes to Conley. To the middle. It's tipped. Right side, Kobe. Prigioni, the pass to West. And it's sent back by Hill. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Oladipo's running to the left wing. Butler kicks to Vucevic. Back to Butler. Inside. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
And former coach of the year Byron Scott now with the Lakers. And as you said, Greg, he's not an analytics guy. And Clark, I think he's a guy that the eye test for him is huge.
Yeah, he feels a lot. Terrific communicator and storyteller. Great experience as a player and as a champion. And I think that all is evident in his coaching style.
And it's Orlando with another.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Pass to Blatch. Back to Kobe. The feed to West. The dish to Prigioni. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Takes it from 10. West can't get that one to fall.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And now here comes Kobe, leading the break. Fast break, the Lakers. And the shot falls short this time.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Conley dishes to Vucevic. Low block shot on the way.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Free throw drops for Vucevic.
And guys, the Lakers last season were just a completely different team after Kobe's injury. Not so much in results, but just in how they played on the floor. They actually fared better without Kobe than most thought they would.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Mirotic is checked in for West. Dunleavy comes in for Meta World Peace. And it's Crawford in for Bryant. Just 4 to shoot. Mirotic passes to Dunleavy. And for the Lakers without Kobe last season, it was really a stark difference in styles of play and quality. No single person, Clark, stepped in to carry their offense. It took a group effort.
Well, you know, it was almost April, Kevin, before somebody surpassed Kobe in field goal attempts on the team. It'll be interesting to see how they build the offense this year.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're up by 20. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Both teams will make substitutions. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. And Muhammad throws it down.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense, I mean, it's all been terrific.
Down low, Aldridge. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Well, we all know that #1 overall picks are incredibly valuable. I mean, they can change the course and face of an entire franchise. Last season, the playoffs were full of teams that featured #1 overall picks.
Lakers trailed by 20. Crawford passes to Blatch. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
You can't afford to be playing that loose right now.
Definitely not. I mean, things have to be tight. You want to be playing smart, high-level basketball. You don't want to be brain fading right now.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Magic.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
A good win, and a lot went into it. But I just like the showing from Mike Conley. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
And guys, teams with the #1 overall pick tend to go very deep in the playoffs. Just the nature of how the NBA lottery and rebuilding structure works.
Yeah, and in the playoffs last season, every team in the conference semis but one had a #1 overall pick on their roster. So that one team was the Grizzlies.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Muhammad, no luck. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers in their last game, a loss to the Pelicans. Crawford kicks to Aldridge. From deep, no good. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight, Clark, a dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.